think the metaphor in this case would be that you start with a broad question and then you break them down into much more detailed and more manageable questions. And then you make sure you answer those more detailed questions using the very best empirical methods you can to establish that you're saying something about the causal effects about poverty and poverty alleviation. And that's essentially what this new approach is all about.
Could you give us an example of this?
There are many examples. So one example, a favorite example I like is a very early study by Banerjee and Duflon. It was a study that was aimed at trying to change the way teachers were teaching to better match it to the students' needs. And students usually in this scenario came to school with very poor backgrounds. And there was a set of experiments, field experiments, that helped them evaluate and redesign this program into becoming a very effective program to help, in particular, kids that are falling behind. And now this program is used in many parts of the world, both in India and in Africa. And the last time I checked, I think the estimate was that it's reaching more than 60 million children.
How would you say these findings can affect our lives?
Yeah, so I think it's a scientific approach to identify the best and most cost-effective ways to reduce global poverty in all its different dimensions, so on education, on health, on various income-generating activities. And of course, these approaches is particular aimed at helping the very poorest of us here on the world. And I think it has an enormous impact if more and more governments and international organizations took this approach more to heart and used it in their normal operational activities.
And what makes you personally excited about this year's prize?
Yeah, so this is an area of research I am myself involved in. I've been using the same type of approaches also for quite some time, and I think it's, for me, it's just, it has opened up new doors to explore ways to understand underlying reasons or underlying causes of poverty and ways to combat it. So I am super happy about this year's prize.